Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Jazzy of Store Sasquatch here, and we are doing another horror movie night in the cave. And I am starting off with Animal, directed by Brett Simmons, starring Joey Lauren Adams, Elizabeth Gillies, Kiki Palmer, and Paul Iacano. When plans for a weekend vacation hit a dead end, a group of close-knit friends find themselves stranded in unfamiliar territory, pursued by a menacing, bloodthirsty predator. It's come out on February 17th, 2015. It was a video on demand, so there is no theatrical gross or anything like that. This, this is a decent movie. The only reason I even checked it out, honestly, was because Keke Palmer was in it, and we've been talking about maybe two movies that she did this year so far that were really good. So I went and checked this one out, and just because she was in it, it is from 2014, so this is one of her like first movie roles, probably a credit to her. I didn't really look at IMDb, but I'm sure it's like in the beginning part of it. She can't be that much older than that. This movie is very good. Not very good. I'm sorry. This movie, she's very good in the movie. I mean, this movie was all right. It was not like it's just like what it is. It's pretty much like see here. It's pretty much like Feast. If you ever seen that, where they kind of stumble into the bar in the middle of nowhere, and the thing kind of picks them off one at a time deal. I wouldn't be surprised if the writers and stuff like that were around each other a lot, or even together, or even if part of the writers were on this and part of the writers were on the other one. But um, for what this movie is, it is like halfway decent, honestly. The creature actually looks really cool. It is not like phony scary, which always helps in these type of movies because if you get like a really fake creature, kind of like the Wolfman movie earlier this year, and I guess from what I've heard is 28 Days Later. I have not watched that yet. I'm not a big fan of the 28 years later or whatever it is. Um, but um, but 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 yeah, that is where we are there with this movie. Some actually decent like acting involved with this, to be honest with you. Especially from the one girl from I believe I see this is like I don't remember this show. I never watched this show, but I believe that she is from the show with Ariana Grande back in the day. Yep, Victorious. I just looked up her profile, and that is Elizabeth Gillies. It's kind of funny how she kind of would have had to have gone from she probably would have been in Victorious or just coming from Victorious and all that, and then just going into this horror movie where like half the movie is just her with her shirt pretty much wide open. So that's just kind of acting right there, and your career is gonna go where it's gonna go. But for the most part, she's actually pretty good in this movie. The same with Kiki, and then there was one more person I was gonna spotlight out on all this. Amario Nolasco, he's in this. He is the dude that is 13 in uh the baseball movie. He's in this, and Parker Young, who is kind of in a couple of comedies. He pops up in this, and I noticed him in that. So yeah, a lot of crazy people, a lot of different kind of casting people, especially with Joey Lauren Adams in them. But it is worth a watch. It is on Prime. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes, so it's like the perfect like little it's like time waster movie if you got something to do and just want to put it on in like an hour or two. If you got something to do like an hour and a half or an hour or so, just put it on, watch it. This is be like a perfect movie for that. And that is Animal, directed by Brett Simmons. This next movie is also on Prime. It is Don't Hang Up, directed by Damian Mace and Alexis Washbrought, starring Gray Sulkin, Eric Clayton, Bella Dane, and Sienna Guillory. An evening of drunken prank calls becomes a nightmare for two teenagers when a stranger turns in their own game against them with deadly consequences. I guess it's a UK release movie. When I was looking up on IMDb, it did have like a $300,000 gross all the way around, but it did not come out in America until February 10th of 2017, and it was straight video on demand. This movie, okay, there's parts of this movie that I liked and there's parts of the movie I didn't like, and I think that this is one of those movies where it could have been done better, and it kind of had two different directions. And like I even kind of thought about it when I was watching it. I was like, I wonder if there was like a problem with the producers or a problem with the like writer and the director combination, but it could have been just the mixed match of the directors kind of is the reason why this movie is kind of a little bit uneven throughout all of it. But I mean, it is very apparent in tones in some places and like a lot of dialogue in some places and the way the kids act in some spots. So there is a very notable difference in some of these. It is a UK movie though, and I didn't realize when I watched it. So that is kind of, I guess, a plus to the UK there. It is about two friends who are in high school or college. One of them has an account in the early part of the internet, so it might have been a YouTube or a MySpace account where he would prank phone call people in like very dramatic ways and then like play it on their thing as they freak out. Like the first one was the SWAT team or whatever entering the home with a killer in the house, and of course there's no one there, and the one freaked out. Um, the whole time it feels like the whole time they don't realize what the stranger's doing, and then in the middle of it, like we kind of realize that there what is a problem at some point. Now I don't know. It's a very uneven movie, like I said. This is another one of the hour and 20 minute movies, so it really shouldn't even be as uneven as it is. They had to like cut a lot of the fat off whatever the story was, anyways, and like kind of made it what it was. So interesting stuff here with this, like the whole editing and all the way that everything kind of came together about this movie. But it is better than some of the PG-13 movies I watched. It's not the worst horror movie. I wouldn't recommend it, honestly. It is on Prime if you want to check it out. It is under hour and a half. Both these movies were, which is like perfect. You know me, give me hour and a half, give me out. With these movies is how I like it. Honestly, if you like I said, if you could like frame a horror movie like perfectly into an hour and a half space, like everything should time right and the beat should be right, you should be able to get on out by the end of that with your final noun. So anything on an hour and a half for a horror movie it is unnecessary, especially a slasher. But this is under that. It's like 86 minutes, maybe it's maybe like hour 15, hour 20, hour 17, hour 15, hour 20 minute runtime really with the credits. So really not that bad. Some of these UK movies are hit and miss. I couldn't really even tell this is a UK. I feel like this is an American movie, so I think it did well in that way to kind of hide itself and kind of I think that kind of helped its marketability here. Yeah. Yeah, if you just want to watch a bad horror movie, go ahead and watch it. Otherwise, I kind of stay away from this one. Like I said, it's on Prime. It is called Don't Hang Up, directed by Damian Mace and Alexis Washbrough. We have streaming Saturday tomorrow, and then we are going to see the Leonardo DiCaprio movie. I forget the name of it for whatever reason, but we're gonna go. I'm gonna go see that this weekend. I think we're the Monday night games. I might just go Sunday. So yeah. Otherwise, I'll look for it on Sunday or Monday. I will be on Facebook or YouTube. Follow me, comment, anything if you've seen these two movies, and let me know what you think. Have a good rest of your day or night, guys, and thank you very much for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comment section. And see you next time in the cave.